So I know that people are often in their head and they're making decisions from ego, pride, logic, self-protection, etc. So I wanted to make a video talking about the importance of not forgetting about your heart. The other side loves it when we come from a place of heart. So I wanted to talk about how we can be more heart-focused, both for ourselves and others. Number 1, life purpose. I love doing life purpose readings. It puts the cherry on top of my hot fudge sundae. Life purpose gives you meaning. It's also very heart-focused to help humanity in the capacity that you're meant to. It's also a way to honor yourself, to share your God-given gifts and talents with the world in the capacity that you want to. They're also saying that life purpose, in a way, kind of makes you feel special. Like, it kind of separates you out from other people. Like, your life purpose, I think, is part of what makes you unique. And it's very heart-focused to help the collective and contribute in this way by using your God-given gifts and talents. Like I said, it's also a matter of being true to yourself and honoring your talents and shining authentic light. Don't hide your light under a bushel. Show the world what you've got, who you are, and what you're passionate about. And open your heart to the collective and, try to help them in the capacity that you're meant to. I think that's also really rewarding as well, to pursue your life purpose. Number 2, living situation. Are you happy where you live? Sometimes people don't like where they live. They feel like they compromised or settled, or they're just not happy there anymore, right? But they don't want to move because it's a big pain in the butt. Moving is a big pain in the butt. So sometimes people will stay in a place that they don't really like just out of laziness, or they don't want to deal with the inconvenience of it all, right? It's a pain. It's work, packing all those boxes and stuff. So, or, there might just be kind of a negative attitude about it where it's like, I'm not going to find anything better, right? But I think this is also part of self-love, is finding a living situation that makes you happy, where you feel comfortable. Finding a roommate situation where you feel happy and comfortable. Make sure you're, happy with the person you're living with. Another thing is also making it a home for yourself with like furnishings and, decorating it the way you want it to look. So that's also going to help you in the self-love department, because your home becomes like your sanctuary, right? So yeah, that was another thing, is they were talking about making your home aesthetically pleasing to you and taking the time to do that, right? It's all part of self-love. It's all part of self-love. Number 3, relationships. How are you being treated in your personal relationships? Are you happy and fulfilled in your personal relationships? Do you feel like you have loving and supportive romantic relationships, friendships, family connections, etc.? Do you, are you being honest with these people and sharing how you feel? I think it's important for you to express your truth, to express your heart and speak your truth to the people in your life, so that your relationships are authentic. You design your life, and your partnerships are part of that. So take a closer look at these connections and be honest with yourself with regards to, who may not be in your best interest to have in your life. Be sure that you're following your true heart's desire, and that you really are being true to yourself with regards to these relationships. Again, this is all part of self-love, right? On the flip side of that, how are you treating people? What kind of a friend, lover, family member are you? Are you being warm, loving, supportive, positive, encouraging, kind, compassionate, patient, understanding, etc., right, with the people in your life? How are you treating them? Are you expressing your heart to them? Are you there when they need you? Are you setting your pride and ego aside, making yourself vulnerable and speaking your heart? Something to ponder, right? Authenticity in relationships. Number 4, activism. This is very heart-focused as well. Supporting others with difficult truths. Speaking out for the oppressed, fighting for justice, right? Speaking out against animal abuse, human rights, gun violence, etc. Anything you're passionate about. Activism. Let your voice be heard because you matter. Words have power. And then also donating to these causes that you feel passionate about, right? So, yeah, activism, fighting for justice and what's right. And, addressing the injustices that you see going on around you as opposed to staying quiet. Number 5, community service. Acts of service, that's from the heart, right? Volunteering at an animal shelter, soup kitchen, environmental club, doing beach cleanup, volunteering at your local church, planting trees, basically just doing what you can to serve your community and support people. So, yeah, community service, acts of service, that's also straight from the heart. And love. For the collective. Number 6, charity. Donating at a local homeless shelter, donating some items to Goodwill, donating to an animal rescue, your local church, whoever you feel compelled to help. What is in your heart? That's acts of charity are from the heart as well. It's not just like, well, here's $20. Here you go, just give you money. It's from the heart. It's from the heart as well. So, yeah, charity. Donating to, organizations that you trust and feel comfortable with and want to help, want to lend a hand and support them, right? Number 7, random acts of kindness. Pay somebody a compliment. It's small, but it's still nice. People appreciate it. Do a favor for someone. Help someone move. That's always fun. Give someone a ride to the airport. That's a good friend right there. Pay for someone's coffee. Let someone into your lane. Buy your coworker lunch. Offer to house sit for someone. Or whatever else you feel compelled to do. Sorry, I had to read the list off my notes because it was long. Random acts of kindness, right? Just little things that just, aren't very taxing for you, right? Just something that's easy to do, and it really changes someone else's day, right? Really improves someone else's day. Yeah. Tell someone you love them, pay them a compliment, all that fun stuff. Small things can have a big difference. Number 8, prayer. Never underestimate the power of prayer. Prayer is actually a big deal and God is listening. I'm encouraged to pray a lot. And so I will do it anywhere. I'll just take a minute to pray in my car or whatever. I don't act as formal towards prayers as I used to. I'll take a break and just, say like a 2-minute prayer. I encourage you guys to do this because there really is power in prayer and God really is listening to us. So please don't hesitate to pray for yourself, pray for others. Don't hold back. It's, if it's just a quick prayer, don't hesitate to do it. Makes a difference. Number 9, worship. So I mentioned love for self and love for others. How about love for God? Worship is a great way to show your love for God. I personally go to church every Sunday. It wasn't always like that. I kind of got an attitude after I started connecting with the other side where I was like, I don't need to go to a building to talk to God. But I was guided back to church and back to church and back to church every Sunday. And so I go to church every Sunday still. I enjoy it. I like the singing. I like the sense of community. But yeah, it wasn't always that way. So anyway, but I feel like part of leading a heart-focused life is also expressing your love for the divine as well. Number 10, along those same lines, I think it's also really important to have faith. There's a lot of heart involved in keeping the faith and not worrying so much. It's like letting go of control and surrendering to the divine and trusting that he's guiding you to your highest good. It's really about faith over fear, faith over ego, not trying to control things, and just really letting go and praying. So yeah, it's about, surrendering to the divine. Number 11, respect. This is a big deal too. Respect goes a long way. Respect for one another, respecting our differences, race, gender, sexual orientation, religion, etc. Intuitives. I'm intuitive, so I myself have a difficult truth. And really it's about embracing those differences as being beautiful and what makes us unique. And it's a great way to walk around in this accepting and loving state of mind. It really is like good to walk around in that. Also, it's about respect for ourselves. Self-acceptance is also part of this, having respect for ourselves and accepting who we are, speaking our truth and shining authentic light. So, just really being proud of who we are. Also, respecting Mother Earth, right? Listening to the scientists' warnings about global warming and, getting together and doing what we can to decrease emissions, plant some trees, etc. So, yeah, respecting Mother Earth is also part of that. Now, this is also a really big deal to the other side, I have to say. Compassion is viewed as straight from the heart and a form of love. And I would have to say when we show compassion for ourselves and others, it really is appreciated by the other side. So compassion is just the epitome of heart-focused, because you're basically helping someone out of love and compassion. And I'm going to use myself as an example. I am one of the many people on the island of Maui here who feed some of the community cats. We have a large population of community cats on the island, and I have my little, kitties that I feed here. And it's a labor of love, because where their food and water is, it's in this like woodsy area, and it's like wild kingdom out there. There's like geckos and cockroaches and spiders and ants and snails, and there's all sorts of stuff out there, mosquitoes. And it's a labor of love to go out there and replenish this food and water for the kitties. And when I just remind myself, compassion. Like, that's what I just tell myself. I'm like, kitties need food and water. You're taking care of them, keeping them happy and healthy. It's all about compassion, right? And so I'm like walking up this little trail to get to the food and water, and my face just goes straight into this gigantic spider web. And I'm like, no, are you serious? No, gross. And I look down, and there's this spider, like, giving me the middle finger. And I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, why did you have to build your web right where I walk? And he's just like sitting there giving me the middle finger. So I'm like, great, this is fantastic. So he's doing fine because he rebuilt his web somewhere else. And last I saw, he had a girlfriend. She had like a web right next to his. So I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. So he rebounded. He's fine now. But yeah, it's a labor of love to feed these kitties. And as I'm scratching those mosquito bites, I'm just like, compassion, compassion, compassion. Like, just do the best you can and show these kitties some love. So yeah, and the kitties also show up to say hi, and I give them treats and everything, which makes me really happy because Toby and Toonces, my kitties that I had, are on the other side. Love you guys. And so it's nice to be around kitties again. Okay, and last but not least, self-care. I could not make a video about being heart-focused without self-care, right? People think that this isn't that big of a deal. It really is. Self-care boosts your vibe. Eating healthy and exercising not only helps your physical health, but also your mental and emotional health. So it's that mind-body-spirit connection, and it's really important to show your self-love by taking care of yourself with diet and exercise and really eating healthy. I know healthy food can be, somewhat more difficult, more expensive, more challenging to consume, but it's worth it. What you choose to put in your body is a big deal. So love yourself enough to feed yourself healthy food and exercise, get enough sleep, taking care of yourself and your health. It's heart-based decisions with self-care as well. So wanted to bring that up too. It's part of self-love, self-care. So that's what I wanted to share. As you can see, it's all about, using your heart, not forgetting that wonderful and amazing thing beating in your chest. So I encourage you guys to use your heart. Don't forget about your heart when you are making free will decisions. Your head is important, I get it, but please also don't forget your heart. And in the meantime, take care and be well. Thank you.